What's up, guys? Matt Brown from the LSR Podcast. Thanks for joining me and Dustin and Adam right here on the channel each and every week. And while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd like us to tackle in a future episode. But without further ado, so Dustin, one of the ways that Europeans are certainly familiar with, because it is already up and going over there, a different way of going about betting is a betting exchange. And now we look here in the US and it looks like we might actually be introduced to that as well.
Yeah, a company that's been around for a while, quietly or maybe not so quietly building its product, called Sporttrade, is got a deal to go live in New Jersey. This would be a betting product that would be only in New Jersey and not anywhere else right now, but it would be an exchange. So you're not betting against a book, you're betting against other bettors. You're able to set, take whatever lines are available out there and bet on more of a peer-to-peer basis. This has not existed yet anywhere in the United States, other than there is Flutter's Betfair horse racing exchange did exist. That's a pretty different animal here in the United States. Horse racing, not generally tethered to sports betting in any kind of meaningful way. So this would be a betting exchange on basically anything other than horse racing. So there are many people out there who are high on this possibility. Sharps will certainly look to get their action down there, especially if they're limited or otherwise banned at some of the regulated books in the U.S. and here the company is ambivalent to whether what the result is. They're trying to facilitate wagers and take a cut of those wagers between different bettors. So we'll see how they do. As a ring fence product, I'm pretty bearish on what a New Jersey only sports betting exchange will look like. I think you need, again, we talked about a lot about liquidity with Chris. You need liquidity to make a betting exchange happen. I don't know exactly how much marketing spend Sporttrade has to leverage that, but it's going to be it's a tough sell, and this is a new product largely in the United States, so we'll see how they do. But it is at least interesting to see that we'll have a real honest-to-goodness betting exchange here in the U.S.
Yeah, Adam, that's kind of where I was going with that as well. In theory, more options the better. We've talked about that a million times here on the pod. Any way that you can have more options for a bettor, then we always think that that's a good thing. However, really, that is where the Wire Act is going to come into to play here, and the fact that you're not able to get everybody involved here. And really, it's just going to come down to, one, familiarity with what's going on anyway as to how to go about attacking a betting exchange in the first place. And then when you talk about that it's going to be geofenced to just one state there, I don't know. I'm all for them. I wish them the best. There's no doubt about it. I just have a tough time getting there as to how it's going to be able to work.
Everything you said makes perfect sense. I would also add there is this drive and push among many people, and we've talked in some ways about this, to reinvent the wheel when it comes to sports betting in the US. There's this idea that product innovation is going to drive the market. It's very difficult to innovate a product that nobody has seen before, or to reconceptualize it, right? You're still in a mode in most of the US of getting people used to the idea of what is a money line? How does the spread work? But the idea of we're going to reinvent the experience of sports betting kind of depends on the idea that people have a preconceived idea of what sports betting is, right? You're going to change the experience. Well, you're still trying to get people used to the traditional experience, and the idea that you have to come up with a different way to do it, even if that different way is a time-tested way in other places, I don't know that this is the time for it, quite honestly. I don't know that you're going to see a wide enough swath of people be able to get involved in this to make it work. And to your point, if it's something that heavy hitters and sharps want to get involved in, that's great, but that's also not a product that's ever going to see wide adoption. So again, could it work in the long term? Absolutely. We've seen it work elsewhere, right? I just don't know that the US market is quite there.
Yeah, I think it might be 10 years too early, like a decade. Yeah, like a decade too early, but we shall see.